Do y'all want to know the number one way to get chicks? Right? We already know you got to be handsome, right? To a certain extent. We already know you got to be charismatic. We already know you got to be you got to come with, that money a lot of the times, depending on your age range, right? We already know that you got to meet the 6 6s, right? The six figures, right? You got to have at least that 6 inch digging stick. Pause, no Diddy. You got to at least be 6 foot tall to have a leg up. Like, we already know that stuff, right? But I'm going to tell y'all another secret, right? And I've learned this over the years. I've learned this most of my 20s, right? So not only am I handsome, look at me. Oh yeah. Fresh cut. Oh yeah. Y'all see it, Nice white teeth, cheese. Yep. In shape, tall, right? So not only am I that, right? Because even that don't matter sometimes, right? Especially depending on your age range. When you hit a certain age range, a lot of women are not really looking at, rather that you're, tall or, handsome, as we've seen with Joy Taylor, right? And a lot of more of these 304s, right? We've seen the kind of men that they be bouncing that thing on. We've seen the kind of men that they be throwing that thing back on, right? And, we've seen also, the kind of men that, they have no choice but to throw that paper, right? They have no choice but to throw some money at them, right? And then you got other guys who just, they just got the gift of gab, right? They've been gifted genetically, pause, right? They got the height, and they just so happen to have some money, and they can just, women to throw themselves at them, right? But I'm going to tell y'all something that I've learned. I'm gonna start this off with a story, right? So this story is back when I was in the military, right? It was back when I was in the military. As y'all know, I've told this story, plenty of times, right? With the girl that broke my heart, fine, nice, curvy Latina, right? Right? I was head over heels for her, what have you, right? We smashed all the time. She had some good, I'm not gonna lie. And listen, I was up in there, making a bed wet, you know, everywhere. Sheets was wet. I can't be too explicit on YouTube, right? But making her everywhere, right? So this was one of the first chicks. This was one of the first chicks that really, got a hold of me first, right? Because a lot of chicks was choosing, right? Your boy was, tall, dark, and handsome. Your boy was tall, dark, and handsome, right? So a lot of chicks were choosing, but she was one of the first ones and one of the baddest ones that got a hold of me first. So, we was smashing, you know, for months and months, right? And I was smashing on her, not knowing that she was a 304, me being young and naive, I'm thinking that, that I got her and oh yeah, we finna get married and all that stuff. Listen, if y'all don't know, let me tell y'all, for you guys who like Latinas, let me tell y'all something about these Latinas, right? Before I continue the story. One thing about Latinas is they will make your ass fall in love. Listen, they will be the most feminine, they will be the most submissive, right? They'll cook, do all the things that you want them to do, swallow. I'm talking about, clean you up and all kinds of stuff. Make sure you're good, rub your back and all that stuff. I'm talking about femininity off the charts, right? Femininity off the charts. They will do all that stuff for you. Let me tell you something about these Latinas, man. Like, simple for you guys who I just need me a Latina. I just want me a Latina. I gotta get me a Latina. They so feminine and so submissive, right? There will be all those things and hit the switcheroo on your ass. They will make you fall head over heels for them. And I'm talking about do a whole 360. They crazy. First and foremost, they are crazy. They will stab you. Okay? They will stab you. And like a lot of guys don't know. They just think, oh, they were raised well and all of that. Listen, like I keep telling y'all, women are not stupid. Women are not stupid. Women know that they have a leg up, especially certain cultures of women. They know that they have the leg up over other cultures of women, right? So they present themselves as society views them, right? And a lot of Latinas, they will present themselves in such a way and throw your ass all the way off. And they will hit the switcheroo on. But point being, she hit the switcheroo on me, right? Broke my heart and all that good stuff, right? So back to the main topic, right? So after I got done with her, right? And this is where this is key. This is how you get a lot more women. The key to getting a lot more women is to have a lot of women. The key is to have that bitch, right? And what do I mean by that bitch? What I mean is when women see you, especially with top tier women, when women see you with women that they view as superior than they, when women see you with women as a collective that they view as pretty, beautiful, gorgeous, and especially if they view that woman as someone being above them, oh, you got the whole herd chasing you. And that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what happened. Even when I was not even in a relationship with her, we were just, messing around or whatever. But a lot of people thought we were in relationships. The girls tried to get at me. A lot of the chicks who couldn't get a hold of me first, they start shooting their shots. I'm literally talking about 4, 5, 6 to 10 chicks. Literally. Like literally in my platoon. Like, we're trying to get at me. Right? We're trying to get at me. Just off of that one chick alone. They viewed her as that top of the line chick. It was like, okay, he can get chicks, right? Or they viewing it as, okay, he can get top of the line bitches, right? So when women view that you're not some creep, when women view that you're not some like loner, you're not some like incel, right? And that you can get beautiful women and that you can get women in general, oh, they love it, right? Y'all have heard the sayings when men get married or when they get into a relationship, when they get a girlfriend, don't know women be checking for them, right? Don't know women be checking for them. But as soon as they get into a relationship, as soon as they get tied down with somebody, oh, all the chicks throwing it at them and, they trying to get with them and all that stuff. That effect is real, right? I forgot what the effect is called, but it's called, it's like proof, right? It's like proof. Women want to see proof. Women want to see proof that you can get chicks. And I believe that women, right? Women love being side pieces. Women love being mistresses. Women love smashing on a guy that they know is attached to another woman. It's validation for them, right? Women get off on knowing that you were smashing a woman that you found worthy enough to put a ring on. Women get off on the fact that you were smashing on a woman that they view as prettier than them or superior than them, right? They get off on that. So a lot of these chicks, right? As soon as, my heart got broken and, we went our separate ways or whatever, right? I'm talking about chick on chick on chick started shooting a shot. Even now, I wasn't in the state of mind to like, I was so heartbroken, I was sick and all that stuff. I wasn't trying to smash on nobody. Like my Johnson wasn't even getting as hard, as rock solid as it should because I was just so distraught with that, man. Pause, no diddy. I was so distraught. But, I made my way back and I'm talking about after that situation, chick after chick start shooting a shot. And chick after chick start shooting a shot because, word got around, right? Pause, no diddy. Like, not to toot my own horn or nothing, but I was in them guts. I was in there pulling hair, right? Skied everywhere, right? And, word get around, when a chick, because you know how chicks are. It's like, dang, they'll talk or whatever. It's like, did he hit it good? How big was it? right? Was he hitting it right? Was he doing it right? How was it? And all that. And, you know, they get to talking. You know, they get to talking, right? And they already view you as somebody they wanted to get with anyway. So they just want to know more inside information. They want to know more intel, right? So you learn more, they get more intel, and then after a minute, especially when the main competition, she leave, right? They know that y'all are done, then chicks start shooting their shot. And I'm talking about I smashed chick on chick on chick after that, right? Even though I was heartbroken, I smashed chick on chick on chick after that, just off of the validation, right? Chicks who weren't even as pretty as her, you know, I hit too, but chicks who weren't as pretty as her, they got that validation knowing that, you know, my Johnson went into another chick that they felt like was more worthy than they. So they get off on that. And I got another story, right? You know, at this job, at this job, and you know, three chicks, three chicks, one chick, one chick, right? The first chick I talked to, nice looking blonde or whatever, you know, she was shooting her shot, right? And then, you know, after the other chick seen that she shot her shot, right? Then, you know, this chick starts shooting her shot, right? And, you know, long story short, those two chicks basically ended up finding out about each other, right? They ended up finding out about each other, and, you know, that whole ordeal or whatever. But there was a third. There was a third chick who was just sitting back in the cut, and she was just watching it all unfold and all that stuff, listening to both sides and all of that stuff, right? She shot her shot, right? So what does that mean? What am I getting at? When chicks see that other chicks are validating you, this is the secret to getting women, right? If y'all ever want to know the true secret is to get women, right? It's to get bitches, right? And of course you gotta be, don't get me wrong, like you can't be no scrub on the street, right? You can't be no, you can't be no, like I said, you still gotta come with the come with, right? Don't get me wrong, like I'm him because I'm him, right? Everybody ain't him. Everybody can't walk in, to the job and clean up, right? Everybody can't walk in and, you can run through chick after chick after chick and they all know about each other. Every guy can't do that. Call me a Tyrone. I don't think I'm a Tyrone, but I guess I have the machismo as a Tyrone, or the personality as a Tyrone, or the charisma, or the whatever. I don't know. But people, women, like, hold up. Let me rewind. Let me rewind. Every man can't come in and just clean up. Every man can't come in and, like I said, have three different chicks all work together and they all choosing back to back to back. They waiting in line, bro. Like y'all don't y'all don't know how this is what I'm saying, man. A lot of men, because a lot of men are average, right? A lot of men are average, not just in looks, but in money, right? And in height as well. And you can have this, like, you can have the same effect. You can have the same effect when you have the money, right? When you have money and you decent height, right, and you decent looks, right, you still have the same effect. However, there's some guys, like I said, not to toot my own horn, but there are some guys who can come in, you know, tall, handsome, perfectly in shape. We could come in and clean up. And this is what I be communicating to you guys. Everybody ain't on the same level, right? Necessarily, I don't necessarily have to have a bunch of money to just clean up Sesame Street, right? Now, me personally, of course I want the money, right? I want the nice whips, I want the nice house, I want it all, right? I want it all. But me, I don't really have to, do much. And this is what y'all have to understand, right? And not to be braggadocious, but I'm communicating to you that there are just some guys who don't have to meet the same standards that you have to meet, right? I may not need the money to just get up in them guts because I already got the looks, the height, and the charisma, right? The money is a plus. If you good looking and tall and you can get some boy, I'm talking about that's when that 90-10 rule start to really become a thing, right? That's when that stuff like that really start to take effect because now it's just unfair. Now it's just unfair. Tall, good looking, and then you got the money, and then you got a big old digging stick. Pause, no Diddy. But I'm just saying listen, I'm communicating to y'all the after pill. This is the truth, the whole truth, so help us God. This is just what's going on out here. Right? That's why guys like 6'8", King 6'8", like y'all seen me show videos of him. That's why a guy like him, he can clean up everywhere. He can clean up all chicks. I'm talking about all chicks, different races, right? Different cultural backgrounds. It doesn't matter. He's 6'8", right? 2, he has a status. 3, he's definitely sitting on a mountain of paper, right? And then 4, I don't know where I was going, but he's tall, good looking, got money and status, right? All women across all backgrounds, he can clean up easily, right? So there's certain guys who have the top percentage of their genetic pool, and they can just clean up. Looks are genetic, right? So you may want to talk to your parents if you ugly and short, right? And also money can, believe it or not, money can be part of your environment too. And, even some people believe in that, can be burned into your genetics. That's why you have people who are born poor more than likely will continue to be poor if they don't change. That's a whole thing in itself. That's epigenetics, but that's a whole nother conversation. But people can clean up house easily. And I'm talking about chick after chick. Chicks will know about each other and they'll still shoot their shots. Chicks can know that another chick slobbed on your knob. And then let me tell you this. These girls were friends, right? And 2 of them supposed to be best friends, right? But after one got done with me, the other one wanted me. And after I got done with that one, then here comes the third, right? So when women know, even if women know that another chick slobbed on your knob and rolled your face and rolled your digging stick and all that stuff, they don't care. And that's why so many women find themselves in mistress situations. That's why a lot of chicks find themselves in, second and third chick situations. Listen, this is something that y'all gotta understand too. A lot of chicks really don't mind being secondary to a man that they want. Can I get an amen? A lot of chicks don't mind being secondary to a man that they want, right? And that's why it always come down to a man that can. A man that can't, he just can't, right? Because if you're him and a lot of women are choosing you, right? Even if you married and even if you got a girlfriend, right? That sparks up competition even with that wife. That sparks up competition even with that girlfriend, right? She's going to try even harder. She's going to suck even harder. She's going to ride even harder. Pause, no Diddy, right? She's going to try everything harder because she know that you can get this chick, right? She seen how that chick was looking at you. She seen how that girl was flirting with you in her face, right? The server was giving you the flirty eyes. The server was talking a little slick, right? That sparks up competition in men. I mean, that sparks up competition in women, right? So when women see that, okay, he's taken, okay, my friend. That's why, listen, women are not really truly friends. Women are not truly, really friends. I've been in so many I've been in so many situations. I've been in so many situations where chicks would be like best friends, but they be plotting and thotting, thotting and plotting. And let me tell you about this last story. This was back when I was in high school, right? I went to a kickback. I went to a kickback and I was dating this girl. She was like 2 years older than me though. I was dating this girl, and she hosted the kickback. Parents went out of town, and she hosted the kickback, right? And long story short, we was at this kickback. Of course, teenagers drinking and smoking or whatever. And she had this best friend, right? She had this best friend, and I called them Oreos, right? I called them Oreos because the girl that I was dating, she was a nice little chocolate thing, right? And her friend, she was a high yellow bone little thing, but she was thick though. She was thick. I was like, every time I seen her, I was like, oh Lord, don't introduce me to your friend. Listen, ladies, if y'all listening, if y'all watching, don't if you know your friend got a leg up on you, if you know your friend is badder than you, if you know your friend is thicker than you, right, or more in shape than you, or what have you, do not introduce your friend to your man. I'm just listen. Call it what you want to call it. I've seen so much disloyalty amongst women. I've seen so much disloyalty amongst best friends. It's crazy. Do not introduce your friend to your man, right? Because even if she don't want your man, right, she's gonna do things like to try to spark his attention, and she will smash him even if she don't want him, right? Women do crazy things. But anyway, back to the story. So we were at this kickback, and I was dating a friend, right? I was dating a friend. Me and her, was kicking it off or whatever, smashing whatever. And at the kickback, me and the best friend got along, right? And when I say got, I meant got along, meaning we were alone for a little short period of time, right? And me being high and all that stuff, I'm just enjoying myself, right? The friend came up to me and like she started rubbing on my Johnson. Pause. She started rubbing on my Johnson. I'm like, bro, when this stuff happens, listen, I can't make none of this stuff up. I can't make none of this stuff up. This is why I say I've been on the other side. That's why I can never, ever, ever truly trust women. I can never trust women because I've seen the ugly shit. I've seen some ugly shit. I've seen dudes' wives. Bro, this is why I can never, my mind is fucked up. I can never, ever truly trust women because I done seen I've been a part of some ugly shit, right? And right, she started rubbing on my stuff, right? She started rubbing on my Johnson. Pause. And I'm like in my mind, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. What are you doing? What you doing? She's just like, I just want to see how big it is. Lie to you not. And I never told her, right? I never told her. I'm like, because when you're in those situations, you gotta think like chicks are like supposedly best friends and all this stuff. At the end of the day, even if they know some stuff happened, they'll choose their best friend. They'll choose their best friend word over yours, especially if they've been best friends for like years, right? They're childhood best friends. So imagine if I came out and was like, you know, your friend was, grabbing on my stuff, right? Your friend was grabbing on my Johnson. Pause. Right? She was grabbing on my stuff, rubbing and tugging, trying to rub and tug. And if I would have came out, and tried to like not even destroy their friendship, but just it would have destroyed their friendship. Or it could have been like, they didn't know he's lying. He actually came at me and stuff like that. I didn't want to deal with that. And it was just, I brushed it off and was like, let me tell y'all something. There's so many chicks I've dealt with and I've never told them that their friends like tried to get at me. It was this other girl in high school, right? I was dating this chick and man, we were actually dating, and her friend ended up like hitting me up on Facebook, and we was actually like trying to hit it off. Like, bro. Even the girl, the Latina I was talking about in the military, her quote unquote close friend that was, with her in the platoon, I ended up smashing on her. Right? When she left, she hopped on my dick readily. Like, I'm talking about, like, she was ready. She was ready to hop on my dick after her best friend left. Her quote unquote best friend left. Bro, it's crazy. Like, like it's crazy. That's why I say women don't have no loyalty to like this whole womanhood and woman code and all that stuff is a fallacy. I've seen firsthand that chicks will stab their best friends in the back to get like the man that they deem as top tier, right? And especially if you the type, actually it really don't even matter the type of guy you are. Like either way, like if you the bad boy archetype and she treat like the friend know that you treating her friend wrong and all that stuff, she'll still want to get piped down. And then don't let you be treating her right, taking her out to nice dinners and, getting her gifts and all that stuff. And you got some money and all that stuff. You driving around a nice whip. Oh, bro. Say if you ever get with a chick and she has friends and put it down in the comment section if you've ever been through this, right? If she got a group of friends, if she got a group of 4, two of them will try to fuck you. If she got a group of friends, if she got a group of 4 friends, 2 of them will try to fuck you. The other 2 are attracted, but they just not gonna, they're not gonna, push for it too hard. They probably show you a little bit just to see what you're gonna do. Like those are 2 who probably they'll start flirting with you, but then if you make a move, they'll tell on you. But them other 2, they'll straight up fuck you. And I've been in countless situations like that where I literally either smashed the best friend done tried to, throw me the bone, right? Trying to rub and tug and all that stuff. And don't get me wrong, like, these chicks, they be nice. The best friend be nice. But it's just like, I done seen some crazy stuff, man. But anyway, the point of this video is if you want to get chicks, get chicks. If you want to get more chicks, get chicks, right? And if you don't have the height, if you don't have the looks, right, get the money. And you will see actually what I'm talking about, right? Immerse yourself into like groups, friend groups or whatever. Like if you're the social type, and you will see firsthand, right? Get you a girlfriend and if she got all friend girls or whatever, right? Immerse yourself into those groups and see how many. If you that guy, you that guy. And like I said, I don't be trying to toot my own horn, but like that's when I found out I was him. I found out I was him in my early 20s, right? And then I just became even more him. Like the charts just kept on going up. Like even to this day, it's just like truth be told, heart to heart, I really do be trying to focus. Like I really do be trying to focus on my goals and like honestly for you guys who may not be top tier in looks, top tier as in like, women are, women are not throwing themselves at you, bro. Count it as a blessing, right? Count it as a blessing, and I'm real deal, like telling the truth. Count it as a blessing because, like, you don't have to deal with all the distractions. You don't have to deal with like women throwing themselves at you. You don't have to deal with, being in a relationship and being tempted all the freaking time, and you don't have to deal with all that riffraff. And I'm being real with you because there are times that I'm like, bro, these hoes won't leave me alone. Like, and I'm telling the dead honest truth. Like, y'all think that I'm like, oh yeah, like you think that, oh you should enjoy it. You got a bunch of women throwing their ass at you. Like, shit, you should be happy, bro. That shit, it was all fun and games like 23, 24, 25. Like it's an ego boost then. And, it still is an ego boost. Like you know where you fit on a hierarchy, right? But eventually, like it started to wear on you. It's like, bro, I'm trying to focus on this money. And especially when you're trying to focus for some reason, I think women sense that you're trying to focus. I think women sense that you're trying to hunker down and, you know, make money. I think they sense that you're, being stoic. They sense that you don't want nothing to do with women and you just trying to get to where you need to be. They smell the money on you. They smell the potential on you. They smell where you're going to be. I tell y'all all the time, you have people that sense where you're going to be before you even get there, especially if you're on your purpose. Like I'm a guy that's on my purpose, right? As y'all can see, I'm putting in that time, putting in that work, right? But they can sense that you're going to be places. So women can sense potential, like true potential. They know a man who's going above and beyond and who's going to be above and beyond. And they can sense that on me. They can smell it on you. I promise to God. If you hunker down and you start paying attention to your purpose, you start stacking some money, you start paying attention to the right things, right? You start trying to not really pay attention to women, leaving them alone, not paying them no attention, trying to brush them aside, they're going to smell it. And it's like, oh, he's him, right? And then if you're good looking and, all that stuff, like it adds to it. But I swear to God, I be trying to focus and just not even paying them no mind. But women be throwing that thing back. Like women start throwing themselves at you to the point where it's like, bro, leave me alone. And it may sound like I'm trolling, but I'm not really trolling. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. It gets to the point where I'm like, bro, because it is hard. It's hard when you really when you have an abundance mindset and you already know you him, you doing everything you're supposed to do. You in a gym, you making money, you're coming up with business ideas, you're trying to gain your status and all this stuff. Like they sense all of that. And so like you got all women just throwing themselves at you. And that shit gets hard. And yeah, we can talk about discipline and all that stuff, but even great kings have indulged themselves into women, right? They've had concubines, they've had different, like an abundance of women, right? And it's just, count it as a blessing, man. Just count it as a blessing because you can really focus on the work. You can really focus on the money because guess what? If you know you don't have the looks, you know you don't have the height and all that stuff, guess what? Now that's gonna spark something in you. Like, okay, now I gotta get the money. Okay. I can just focus on the money, right? Because ain't no chicks looking my way in the first place. Right? Ain't no chicks, throwing that thing back on me anyway. I'm not him right now. I'm not him. Right? So count it as a blessing because you can truly focus on it because you don't have to worry about any chicks. But versus me, like so many chicks just they be coming after me. Like they really be throwing themselves at me. And like I said, not to toot my own horn, but it gets difficult trying to focus when a pretty chick is like trying to fuck on you. Like it gets difficult when a chick that you actually want is like choosing on you, showing you choosing signals, and trying to talk to you and all that stuff. It gets difficult, man. So like I said, not to toot my own horn, count it as a blessing. Count it as a blessing. And that's truly an after pill. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.